games good? The independent people.
That's true. I mean, sometimes these companies don't consider what they're doing to the whole, and just considering themselves a lot of the time.
They don't realize that without the people who, like for example, Rich from Review Tech, Shoko. Um,
Hmm.
there's a lot of people like Boogie. A lot of people, take their word for granted,
That's
and
true.
they're pretty much that's the community right there. That's the gaming community, somewhat right there. There's also Melanie Mac. There's also PewDiePie. There's also
Hmm.
a lot of people that they take their word for granted. Like PewDiePie right now is like just playing indie games.
Yeah, I mean, he can't play the mainstream games out of
He
fear of
does
his
once in a while.
success.
He did. I know he did one mainstream game, and that was
Hmm.
which was let me see if I remember. Uh, Let me see. I think I have the game. Hold on. Let me go get it.
Yeah, yeah, browse your computer a little bit here.
Yes, I got to refresh my memory. I pretty much have it on the. Hold on.
Yeah, let me bring up a little thing. Let me bring up a thing about some of the gaming community here among the. I've seen a lot of people do like major pony fan games that Hasbro actually have allowed, and I'm actually glad. I've actually got a bunch of them on my little dock on my desktop here, and I mean I have like I have Milo SLH RPG, uh, PRPG Elements of Harmony, as well as the tribute edition of MLP Finding His Magic. And the last one I downloaded was Nightfall. And Hasbro has passed a lot of these. It's in effect, their copyright has not been affected.
All right, now I remember. It's Saints Row 4.
Ah, yeah, I do remember him playing that.
Yeah, it was a mainstream game,
Yeah,
but he played it on PC, which was fine.
yeah, fine and all. I mean, he mostly plays computer games. Rarely does he do ever anything console.
Well, he mostly is a PC gamer. You have to realize that.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
That's that's pretty much his money right there. That's pretty much his business. And the fact is, he helped promotes those games, those indie
Mhm.
games, because of it. But does it really hurt them? No, it doesn't really affect them much. It just basically helps them sell.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned before, I have a bunch of fan games that have uh, that some people say have promoted the fandom and Hasbro sales. Fan games alone are actually part of the fan base itself,
I
and it
know,
helps these companies out.
I know, and it helps sell a lot of toys too. Yes, especially when they try to do the whole, starfish or the starfish
Well,
edition of My Little Pony. All right, let's go ahead and begin another topic, which a lot of people, there's a lot of controversy about this magazine, as you might as well know. This is called Gamer Girl Magazine.
yes, I've heard about that. Even seen it in stores. Never really went up to read it.
Yeah, a lot of people talked about this magazine. It's basically a lot of people say it's like a softcore, you know, thing, but it turns out it's something else. It's more like a glamour model magazine.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that does explain a lot.
Yeah, it's more of a. After I got to apologize to the guy. I actually realized what the guy was trying to do with this magazine. Ray 360. If you're watching this, I'm very sorry. But then again, you pretty much upset the gaming community as a whole by doing this. But the fact is, if you're trying to promote this as for gamer girls and cosplayers to come onto the gamer girl magazine, that's fine. I'm not really big on it, but hopefully it does okay.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I found out about this Gamer Girl magazine. I'm gonna go ahead and show you, probably show the pictures right here on live stream right now. It may take like a slow time for it, but hopefully it works. This is the website called Craig Magazine, which is the branch of the magazine that it came from. As you might as well know, this is pretty much the. I just took this off a screenshot, and I actually saw. Yeah, this magazine is also have a lot of other magazines as well.
Hey, by the way, link it on Skype here, so I can see
Okay,
it as well.
okay, I'll link it on Skype. Let me.
Yeah, that way I can help understand this more.
Yeah, cred. Yeah, let me go ahead and show you what it is, because it's basically one of those, urban, you know, uh, magazines that people will get into, but it doesn't really have, interesting articles. It just has the girls. That's pretty much what it does.
Hmm. Ah, got the link.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
But yeah, Gamer Girl magazine, huh? Huh. What's up?
Just had that interference thing.
Ah, yeah, interference.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, yes. Now I see what you're talking about. How it can be controversial.
Yeah, because a lot of people, you have to realize this is from they pretty much have a lot of, it's basically glamour models.
Pretty
It's just
much.
eye
From what I see
candy.
on from what I see on one of the pictures, it shows like this nerd-like girl with like bare chest with only suspenders covering her.
Yeah,
What.
a lot of people are talking about this. Even the girl gamers are even offended by this. But the thing I pointed out about this in another video that I made on YouTube, a lot of people were offended by Nintendo Girls Club. You heard about that, right?
Yeah, yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I mean, I don't remember much about it at the moment, but I did hear something about it.
Yeah, a lot of people were really upset about the Nintendo Girls Club, and they always voted down the videos, especially the video of Georgie Porter, who's an actress. And I actually pointed out about the actress that people were upset about her, her pictures that she did back in the days when she was an actress. And you have to understand, she's an actress.
That's true.
The only difference is, she's not a whore. I'm not even
No,
going to
she's
accuse.
not.
She's not a whore. I don't even know her personally. I don't even know if she is a whore. But people are making her look.
Yeah.
They're making her look like one, and it's like, you know what? I don't really give a crap. I don't know her personally, and I don't really care to know why the heck are you going to call her a whore.
I wouldn't either. And yeah, I mean, this is one. Nintendo Girls Club was seen as a very controversial thing in itself.
Yeah, because at least it acknowledges women playing video games. It acknowledges that. At least that
That's true.
shows it. But the thing is that they weren't really into it. It was just people are upset about this, thinking that, oh, this is some controversy about this offends women. No, it doesn't. It's basically marketed to 6-year-olds and up.
And no, I mean, honestly, if they actually made a Nintendo Boys Club in the process, I wouldn't be offended. I would just see it as just another thing.
But Nintendo. A lot of people say that Nintendo has always been the boys' club, and technically, it's not. There's a lot of girls that play, Nintendo games. I'm pretty sure there is.
I mean, and look at the new the new game coming out. Comes out for Nintendo 3DS. That something life game.
You mean Tamagotchi Life?
Yeah, that's
Which
the
is
one.
going to be our next subject right now. Which is what's going on is the me quality thing. You heard about it, right? The me quality movement.
Yes, the quality movement.
Yes. Well, Ty Marino or Ty Force who's been known on YouTube. He did a lot of videos which I seen were not the best, but some of them were interesting. Some of them, he tried to do a funny video about the Mopa Man. It was funny though, but it was okay. It wasn't really. I didn't really use that clip. I would have used it, but it's like, no, I'm not trying to embarrass him. I'm trying to show that he's actually a pretty decent person. He seemed like a
Yeah.
decent person. He seemed like he just wanted his friend, his fiance, who he calls his partner for life, to have equal opportunity to have same sex in the game.
Yeah. That is actually a very interesting point to bring up.
Because really, it was actually, and this is pretty much what I don't really have a problem with it, but some people really had an issue with it. But Nintendo kind of went at it the wrong way, approached it the wrong way when they said the statement.
Yeah. What is the statement in the exact words right now?
Well, from my understanding, they were unable to do it based on the coding.
Ah, yes, yeah.
Because the program code that they made for the game was specifically made for that way. But according to Marino, in Japan, it happened when they had a glitch where they had like same sex in the game, and it
Ah,
was a
yeah,
glitch, and
yeah.
they had to repair the glitch due to the fact. Well, let's just say it's Japan. They do have their sense of moral issues right there.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, I'm not saying this to be insulting, but Japanese do have their kinks.
Yeah, they do have their weird sense of kinks, but it's not like they're weird. It's just that's the way they are.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I have a lot of. I'm sorry if I offended anyone out there, but I mean, I'm not. I mean that in a good way because I have a lot of respect for the Japanese. I mean, they have done so many cool things.
Yeah, and this is something that we understand ourselves. We kind of like trying to, we're not trying to be racist or anything. We're not trying to stereotype them. We understand. This is something
Yeah,
this is something that the Japanese are doing. It's based on the fact that there's a lot of issues going on in Japan that I don't want to bring up that I heard about, and this is becoming a problem in Japan right now. There's
very
like,
true.
which I don't want to bring up those issues because they're very sensitive issues that I heard about from other news sites, and it's kind of a bigger problem over in that country than it is in this country right now.
That's true.
Because I understand that at least Ty actually brought up a good issue. But the thing is, here's the thing that most people they're that the gay and lesbian community is trying to boycott the game.
Yeah, I heard about that as well. I mean, I've seen
Yeah.
it on numerous gaming news. I've seen it on numerous gaming news sites.
Yes, and the thing is, you know what Ty Marino said?
What would that be?
He said he doesn't want to, he's going to buy the game, but he doesn't want to, his intention was not to boycott the game. Wasn't to boycott the game.
True.
He wasn't trying to, he just wants to buy the game because he is a Nintendo fan. He really loves Nintendo.
As do I. I've started with the Nintendo back way back in the 90s.
I started back when I had NES. Originally I had an Atari. I had a Commodore 64, and I didn't realize it. I was like,
Oh my god, it wasn't like I wasn't like till like 10 years ago I've heard of a 64.
yeah, I didn't. Well, I had it in Germany when I was living in Germany. I used to play the only game that I had on it was let's see if I remember. It was Space Invaders.
Oh yeah, that's a true classic right there.
Yeah, that was a true classic, and that was actually one of the games that I played when I was a kid. I was like, my dad, I didn't know how to set it up, the program. I was trying to learn how to program everything. It was like, there, game, play.
Yeah. Yeah, I
had
mean,
to learn. I had to learn the commands and everything. It was like your own personal computer. That was pretty much what the Commodore 64 was. It was like your own personal computer that plays video games.
yeah.